Welcome! In lesson number 4 of the Seeds of Ubuntu course, we learn about the universal laws of Ubuntu. The view of the ancient Egyptians and many other ancient societies on life was inextricably linked to their understanding of the properties of the world and the universe in which they lived. Based upon their observation of the rising and the setting of the sun, the flooding of the Nile, and the predictable course of the stars and the planets in the sky, their view on the universe was that it was ordered and balanced. In ancient Egypt, this quality of the universe was the responsibility of Ma'at, or unity consciousness. Ma'at was seen as the law. And during these ancient times, life was directed at maintaining this cosmic harmony. The people of ancient Egypt were, however, also acutely aware of the ever-present forces of chaos as a threat to this balance, and therefore it was the duty of everyone to prevent chaos from reigning supreme and to maintain and preserve order and stability. As human beings, although we are not always conscious of this, we are constantly in a process of the weighing of thoughts and options that would bring about the best results and peace in our lives. The process of the search for the truth and the maintenance of order and balance is always alive and ongoing. Ma'at, or Ubuntu, is associated with the scale of justice, 7 cardinal virtues, and is based upon 7 cosmic or universal laws that are all connected to and in relationship with one another. The first law, the law of oneness, that is also known as the law of the mind, confirms that everything in life is connected to everything else. Everything is interrelated, interconnected, and interdependent. Our mind and our thinking is part of the greater mind of the universe. Everything we do, say, think, and believe affects others and the universe around us. What appears as separation are levels of individuality that leads us to experience things differently. This invites us to consider everything and everybody as part of us. From this perspective, the whole point of having enemies or friends disappears because we are all one. The second law, the law of correspondence, also known as the law of analogy, speaks to the concepts as above, so below, and as within, so without. It explains the relationship between the world of the infinite small, the microcosm, and the infinite large, the macrocosm. This law embodies the idea that there is always correspondence between the laws of the physical, the mental, and the spiritual planes, and that there is harmony and agreement between these planes. It confirms that life out there is nothing but a reflection of life in here. The law of vibration, energy, or attraction, the third law, confirms that everything in the universe, whether visible or not, such as our thoughts, moves and vibrates. This law explains how our own energy has influence on others around us and vice versa, and how we can make conscious choices around the kind of energy that we want to give out into the world and how to respond to the energy around us. According to law number 4, the law of opposites, also referred to as the law of polarity, everything is dual. Although things appear to be opposite, they are actually 2 inseparable parts of the same thing. Think of hot and cold. Although they are opposites, they are actually on the same continuum of temperature. Opposites are identical in nature, yet different in degree. We see this in all opposites like, for example, light and dark, up and down, good and bad, etc. Everything is and isn't at the same time. There are two sides to everything. Polar opposites make existence possible. If what you are not did not coexist with what you are, then what you are could not be. Law number 5, the law of cause and effect, teaches that every effect has a cause and a condition. Cause and condition combine to make an effect. In order for there to be rice, there needs to be a rice seed. But a rice seed alone cannot make rice. Proper water, sunlight, soil, and labor are required to harvest the rice. The law of rhythm, law number 6, explains that there is rhythm between every pair of opposites. It confirms the rhythmic nature of life that plays out as seasons, cycles, and stages of development and patterns, all reflecting the regularity of the universe. We see through this law that the energy in the universe is like a pendulum. Whenever something swings to the right, it must swing to the left. Everything in existence is involved in a dance, swaying, flowing, swinging back and forth. Everything is either growing or dying. Law number 7, the law of gender, speaks to the masculine and feminine that is in everything and that manifests on the physical, the mental, and the spiritual planes. Physically, human beings have a male or a female body. Psychologically, however, each person has masculine as well as feminine qualities. Examples among many of the differences between masculine and feminine energies include positive and negative, doing and being, analytical and intuitive, rushing and nurturing, assertive and receptive, left brain and right brain, etc. To achieve harmony and order and to fulfill each other, there needs to be a balance between the masculine and feminine forces. Understanding and working with the laws of Ubuntu helps us to come to our deepest truth and to realize the balance, order, harmony, and justice we are seeking. As we come to the close of lesson number 4, we invite you to consider how the laws of Ubuntu would make a positive difference in your life and help you to reach your highest potential, which is the unity with all of life. Thank you for watching.